Girl Bella.
Hello, babes, and welcome back to Brown Girl Bella. Today, I'm going to give you my picks for the Sephora sale. If you are a Rouge, we started today. And if you're a VIP, you start next week, as well as the insiders. So, I wanted to show you all the things that I think are worth your coin this spring sale. So, without any further ado, let's jump into my Sephora sale picks. So before I begin, I just want to put on some earrings because I feel totally naked when I don't have on my earrings. And that has been a staple of my channel. And yeah, I'm a little superstitious, so we're going to put those on. Okay, now we're ready to do a video. All right, so without further ado, let me jump into these favorites. The first favorite I'm going to share with you is by Shiseido, and this came out maybe 2 years ago, and it's been a staple of mine ever since, and it is Shiseido Clear Sunscreen Stick. I absolutely love this. I have used it all up, so another one is in my cart. But what I love about this sunscreen is it goes on so nicely onto the skin. There's no residue, no white cast, no nothing. And I also love it to just throw into my bag or into my beach bag because it's so portable. As you can see, very convenient to take with you on trips, to take with you to the beach, or if you're just lounging by the pool. It's a great companion, and it lasts for a very, very long time. You can use this all over your face, but you can also use this all over your body as well. I use this mostly for my face because it's so great for my face, and I can put on anything else afterwards, whether it's a tint or nothing at all, and I still look pulled together. So that's my pick for sunscreen. If you're in the market, definitely look into that. And babes, I've had this for a while as well, but recently I just started getting back into it because it is such a great primer for the face, and it gets along nicely in the sandbox with others. So don't feel like you're tied to this primer at all because it is a little pricey. It is the Gucci primer. It's called the Serum de Beauty Fluid Voix. My French is horrible. Anywho, I pump about 2 pumps into my hand like this, and then I just glide it onto the skin. And I gotta tell you, babes, this feels so amazing on the skin. It gives you instant hydration, but it doesn't drown the skin. So it's a perfect primer to just mattify your face and get your face prepped and ready to go for whatever foundation or tinted moisturizer or whatever you want to put on next. It just gives it a very, very nice base. And like I said, I love this because it does play very, very nicely in the sandbox with others. So don't feel like you have to go and get the Gucci foundation, although it is good. You can use it with whatever foundation you have. So that is my pick for primer. Next up is foundations, and I have a few that I wanted to share with you because I couldn't make up my mind which one I wanted to move forward with, so I'm moving with all 3. And I love all 3 for different reasons. One is very lightweight. It gives you a little bit of sun protection, and I never thought that this would be something that I would want to get because I didn't really give this any thought, but I saw someone else talk about it and rave about it, so much so that I was like, okay, I've got to try this for myself because I cannot believe that she's saying like all these wonderful positive things about it, and I have not tried it yet. You know me, I hate to be left out of a movement. So this is the Dr. Jart Plus BB Premium Beauty Balm. Now, this is a multitasker because it has niacinamide and it hydrates, conceals, and protects with a broad spectrum of SPF 40, So it does give you pretty good sun protection as well. The shade that I have is Deep Tan Deep. This is a very breathable, very natural looking BB cream, and I'm going to demo it now for you. And I'm just going to put some on my brush here. So that's about as much as I put on. And I just dot it all over the face and smooth out the foundation. The next thing that I'm going to share with you is a perennial staple here. And if they ever change this formula or discontinue this, I'm going to be so upset. But this is the Westman Atelier. This is her stick and shade twins. To me, we get Atelier number 11. And I love to put this on as a spot concealer. I love to use this all over the face as, you know, an extra layer of foundation. It is a foundation, so it works very nicely. But I wanted to show you how it plays well with the other makeup that I have on. And just leaves you with a beautiful matte coverage that also lasts all day. So that's the theme here. I wanted to give you options that are light to medium coverage that you can use all day long. And this is one of my favorites. Like I said, if she ever changes this, Gucci, we're going to have to talk, Gucci Westman, if you ever change this formula, because I absolutely love it. And it's so lightweight, it feels like nothing is on your skin. And then the final recommendation under foundation that I wanted to share with you is by Christian Dior. Now, my silver started to come off on the side, so don't mind that. I bought it in another country, so maybe it wasn't the greatest in that one, but I love this foundation stick. I'm going to put just a little bit more as like my concealer on my under eyes. If you're a shade twin, we have the color 5N if we're shade twins. So I love this because, again, it glides on very smoothly. It smooths out very nicely. It doesn't feel cakey on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. And it really does a good job of masking like any discoloration. You have a little bit of dark spots, hyperpigmentation. This is perfect. And you can use it for all skin types. So whether you are normal, oily, combo like myself, or dry, you can definitely use this foundation stick. So the least expensive out of my collection is this one by Say Twinsies. We're going to grab number 18. Not only is this a very nice concealer that is giving you medium coverage, can go up to full if you'd like, but what I love about this is that it also acts as a corrector too. So it helps with any dark circles just disappear when you put this on. And I'm just going to pat it in where I needed that extra help to combat the dark circles. And look, darkness where? Where? It's gone. And that's what I love about this, because it gives you both. It gives you a corrector and it gives you a concealer all in one. And it's not bad on the pocketbook either. For those dark circles, babes, look no further than Say. It is absolutely fantastic. I love the Say concealer. Now on the little pricier end, but this is another one that is a medium to full coverage concealer. This is the Prism Libre Skin Caring Concealer by Givenchy. Twinsies, we're going to grab the W 420, warm 420. I'm not going to put any, well, I'll put a little bit so you can see. But again, nice large doe foot applicator, just like the Say. I'm just going to put one dot because I don't want to overload my skin. But I love this. This came with me when I recently traveled, and I use this every single day. I absolutely love it. Again, it gives you a little bit of spot correction as well. So if you want to use this to kind of conceal your darkness underneath your eyes, it's going to give you that. But also, it's going to give you a little bit of brightness to the under eye as well, which is something I really, really love about this product. So if you are, switching around different products, if you have something for your foundation, something else for your concealer, you can use this along with your favorite concealer to kind of spot conceal and minimize the darkness underneath your eyes, and then go in with a lighter formula to brighten back up your eyes if that's what you want. This is perfect for that because, again, it plays very, very nicely with other concealers as well. I am then going to share with you my last one for concealers because I cannot move off of concealers without mentioning this one because this is another one of my ride or dies. This is the Dior Forever Skin Correct. I absolutely adore this. Twinsies, we're reaching for 4.5 in this formula. So good. I've used this all over my face. I've used it just as a concealer. It works flawlessly. I cannot get enough. Actually, I love pairing these together for that extra brightness that I was talking about. I'll put this on first to conceal and get that darkness out from underneath my eyes. And then if I want extra brightness, I'll go in with a little bit of this. That'll brighten up my under eyes. It is perfect for that. Absolutely perfect. Now let's talk eyebrows. So, I have some favorites that I love for eyebrows. I'm going to share one that I don't currently have anymore, and I hope that it's still at Sephora because I was looking for it the other day to put it in my cart, and I didn't see it. So I'm hoping they still carry it. It's the On-Set Brow. I get it in brown black. Love it. The fibers that are in it, it mimics actual brow hair. So I love that because I can just use my spoolie and use it, and instantly I get filled in brows like 1, 2, 3. Of course, I absolutely love my Precisely My Brow pencil, and this is by Benefit. If you want to get the same shade I have, I'm using number 5. And I love to do this when I want a little bit more definition in the brows. Maybe my brow hairs are starting to grow back in and I just want to fill in and make it look a little bit sharper while it is growing out. I will reach for this and I love it. You don't need a whole lot of product either to get this to really deepen and darken your brows and fill in because, as you can see, I just use a small light hand to flick up. It mimics hair strokes. So it darkens the eyebrows very, very quickly. That chiseled look that I love without a whole lot of fuss. Like, I didn't have to work hard at it. It just, boom, instantly does its job. That's what I love about this. If you want something that is similar to the On-Set Brow by Dior, but you don't want to pay those Dior prices, I totally understand. Benefit also has a Precisely My Brow Wax. This is also in shade number 5. And it also has those fibers in here that mimic hair strokes. So if you want to go in and maybe deepen up any section of your eyebrows, you can do that very easy with this product. Again, it's very user-friendly, so beginners, if you are a little adverse to using brow products because you're not sure, how to use them, this is such an easy thing to use because it requires no skill at all. You're literally taking the product out of the tube, and you are just brushing up your brow hairs. Even if your eyebrows are sparse, this will fill it in and make it look fuller and more denser, so you don't have as many of the patches of hair that are not quite filled in. It fills it in very, very easily. Precisely my brow waxed, my benefit. Get it, you love it. I love using the FanFest mascara because it gives me length, it gives me separation, it gives me volume. Basically everything that you would want in a mascara, this will provide for you.